This is the best chocolate scone you will ever eat. We need 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. 2 1/4 cup. Make sure that was a 4. 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. Put it right in. 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. Goes right in. So now we need 2 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. We're just going to put it right in. This is so quick and easy. Now we need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I always say this, salt brings out the flavor. Now we need 1 stick of cold butter, and I had this in the freezer. Oh, I got to get out one thing. I got to get out my cutting gloves. I told y'all, the sweetest viewer, which all of you are so sweet. I just love you guys. You're the best audience on YouTube. I know I say that all the time, but I really and truly mean it. Okay, we need to grade 1 stick of frozen butter. The colder the ingredients when baking, the better your baked good will be. And these gloves are so awesome. I've probably used them 10 times in a week. Because you can just keep right on going. You can grade the whole thing. And I am going to try to get these linked in my Amazon store. I don't think I have put them in there yet. Look at this. I love it. Okay. So we have our grated butter. And this cocoa powder is going to be messy. We're going to have chocolate hands. Let me take off my gloves. Love these things. Now we need 1 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. It's a beautiful day today to bake. And I'm going to try the 1 cup, and then I'll go ahead and put this to the side. We may not need all of it, but if it's too dry, add a little bit more whipping cream. But I think 1 1/4 cups will be perfect. Okay, let's start kind of whisking it around. I got my dough hook here. Yeah, we're going to need that extra 1/4 cup. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we need a little bit more heavy whipping cream. You just don't have that right. It's just a little too dry. Chocolate scones can be kind of dry, so I'm thinking another 1/4 cup. So I think a full 1.5 cups of whipping cream is perfect for this scone. You know what, guys? You know what, guys? I forgot the egg. I'm keep wondering what's wrong with this. There's no egg in it. I'm gonna put it right here. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna beat it up. Okay, we're going to beat this egg. Sometimes I amaze myself. I had it sitting on the counter over there. Kind of try to go in order. Cause, and if it's not on my tray or in my order, you can hang it up. All right, let's try this. See how that helps. Okay, I have my sheet pan here with parchment paper on it, and I always double mine because I don't want the bottom of my scones too dark, and I have preheated my oven to 400 degrees. All right, so I'm going to just need just a little bit of powder. I probably should have put a little bit of cocoa powder in this. Okay, start to get our hands all in our scone mixture. Make sure we get it all out. We've got to work the dough, but we don't want to overwork it. But I just needed a little bit of flour. I could have used unsweetened cocoa powder. But this is not going to take very long at all. Have you noticed they started putting them, have you noticed that they started putting like cocoa powder and stuff in the little bags? Should have did that to start with. Should have known better. I'm debating on whether I want to make these, smaller for my grandkids or just keep them regular like I normally do. I think I'm going to keep them regular like I normally do. We want to make sure they are good and even. We don't want lopsided scones. And it's hard for you to see this because it's dark on my board. And we want a nice little circle. And we want about 1 inch to 3/4 of an inch for the scones. And so we're going to take, someone told me that I needed to use a pizza cutter. See, you guys teach me so much. Okay, love that. Wow. Okay, make sure I can. Okay, so we're going to get this first scone out and get it on our tray. I think that one's kind of big. I'm just going to cut it in half, a little bit more. Now we're going to put these in a 400-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. All right, I'm going to clean my board. I'm going to clean these few dishes, and we're going to make something special for the top of these scones. Guys, you want to see something beautiful? Oh my gosh. We're going to let them cool, and then we're going to top them with a glaze that we're fixing to make. I'm going to put in 1 cup of powdered sugar right in our mixing cup, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, a teaspoon of vanilla, and we're going to start out with 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. I think we're going to need a little bit more whipping cream. Maybe 4 tablespoons. I think we're going to need a little bit more. Maybe 6, because we want a drizzle. We don't want a thick icing. We want a chocolate glaze. But I would put the heavy whipping cream in a little by little, not all at one time, because sometimes it only needs a little bit, and then sometimes it needs a whole lot. I don't understand it. I think there's a science behind everything. Ooh, I have some heat. English coffee bits. We're going to use them. My grandkids are going to love them. So we're going to go ahead and put our glaze on top so it'll just kind of drizzle. Just going to kind of spoon it on just a little. Kind of like ice it just a little while they're still warm. And if they little bit drizzles down, that makes it even better. These scones are not dry. Sometimes chocolate cake, chocolate scones can be very dry, but these are not. These are very moist, very flavorful, not too sweet, and you can add all sorts of goodies, or you can just eat them plain. Whatever you like. Let these cool, and then we're going to try one of them. These are gorgeous. Okay guys, this is the best chocolate scone you will ever eat. We're going to try it right now. They are moist, delicious. I took a little taste, okay? Oh my gosh. Not dry, glazed, a little bit of toffee bits on top. Oh my gosh. I have always tried to make a good chocolate scone, and they get so dry that you can't eat them. I think I've mastered the perfect scone, the perfect chocolate scone. Those scones can go in a restaurant for sale. That's how great they are. Absolutely wonderful. I want to say thank you for watching, for commenting all the time. I wake up and there's so many comments of kind words, encouragement. Thank you so much. I have really worked hard on this recipe, trying to give you the best that I possibly could. The only thing I wished I had put in is a teaspoon of coffee. I had written that down and I literally forgot it, but of instant coffee. But next time I will do that, and it will be in the recipe, and I'm going to put optional beside it because I did not do it. You guys go. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. You're the best, the sweetest, kindest people on YouTube.